Hey guys, I'm back again. It's been a while, but it's been about a month or so, but roughly, yeah, almost a couple months now. But right now, like I mentioned, I mentioned of doing this video. Well, this video is like why, pretty much why I believe Donald Trump needs to be our next president. And look, I mean I know some people want to feel some kind of way about Donald Trump or the Donald as many people call him. I tend to call him that from time to time. The Donald, but here's the thing. Like, I'm not saying that. Look, that Donald Trump is perfect. He's not the greatest human being to ever walk the earth, or that I agree with everything he says, or that I even fully trust him. I mean, in all honesty, in politics, you shouldn't fully trust anybody, like anybody, regardless. Because in the world of politics, people flip flop. I mean, everyone does. I mean, just like Donald Trump. I'll get to that in a minute. But the thing is, I mean, I was like, when Donald Trump first announced he was running for president, I wasn't too sure. Like, I was skeptical. I wasn't really back then. I didn't really pay any mind. But then, when he started speaking boldly, that something that no candidate on either side would do, well, no candidate period would do. Like, it kind of got my attention. Then people started talking about it, and I kind of looked into him myself a little bit. And yeah, and he's running as a Republican. He considers himself a Republican, even though he's thought about going in as independent. But although now the last debate is say, pretty much he's being asked to forego that just to ensure that the Republicans win, and that Hillary Clinton doesn't get the White House, because we definitely, the last thing we need is to have another Clinton in the White House, or another Bush, or someone like Obama like in the White House. Fuck every last one of them. But here's the thing, like Donald Trump, he's got some backbone. He's no pushover. He ain't a coward. When if people attack him, he attacks back and fiercely. Like, we need a leader like that. I mean, we need a leader who has strength, who has a spine. He knows what he's doing. I mean, he's a businessman. He's built grown business and hired people, hired employees. And yeah, I know he's filed for bankruptcy a couple different times, and I know, getting to his flaws, I know he's been friends with the Clintons, give them money and all that, like that. I know there's that, and as well as other giving money to both the Democrats and the Republicans, and he's flip flopped in other different times. He's been a Democrat and an independent and a Republican, and part of the Reform Party. Now he's a Republican again. Yeah, I know he's flip flopped, and that has me skeptical. But honestly, here's the thing with Trump. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. All right, I never was really much of a fan of Donald Trump all that much, and I mean, I like what he says. That's what got me. What's got me. Why I think why people need this Trump, because one, I don't really care. I mean, I'm not a Democrat or Republican. They both suck in my opinion. That fuck them both. But because they're both just as corrupt. But here's the thing with Trump. Like, he says something he talked about he talked about the war in Iraq was a disaster, which I agree with. And it's not that I'm some bleeding heart pacifist. I just think it was a war that just we lost a lot of money, lost a lot of lives, and basically, and for what? It's it was like a pointless fucking war. It's it's not that I'm some bleeding heart or anything like that. It's just it's like a fucking pointless war. We gave money to Al Qaeda, and we funded ISIS, and everything. I mean, we gave money to them, and basically he says we need to get rid of ISIS, bomb the hell out of ISIS. Hell yes. I mean, we need to get rid of those fuckers. But and getting into immigration, something that Donald Trump's been big on, what's been gotten a lot of controversy. Look, I wholeheartedly agree, mostly agree with what Donald Trump says, immigration's policy and his plan. All right, look, illegal. I'm not anti-immigration. I'm not against. I'm all for immigration. It's illegal immigration. I'm against. And it's not it ain't racist. All right, look, we got illegals, foreigners, jumping the fence, coming over to our country, basically breaking into our country, stealing, raping, killing our civilians. Just it's happening. Research it, look it up, just like Donald Trump said. And no, it's not just a few bad apples. And there's a lot of them. It's not just they're just a few bad apples. Don't blame all. I'm not blaming all. I'm not saying all they're all bad. Like, all Mexicans are bad. I mean, there's a lot of good people, and I understand. They want to have a better life. They want to make help themselves. They want to make better. I don't blame them for that. I'm all for that. Look, but when you are coming in here, committing crimes, taking our jobs, getting basically getting on welfare, getting everything for free, having your anchor babies. Yes, I'm using anchor babies, and I don't care if you're offended. But because you know what, Because you know Trump, that's exactly what they are. You know, no other country does this. All right, you cannot like. I mean, if I go to Mexico and I decide, you know, like you know, like I decide, you know, I'm gonna, I have a kid on the way. I want to go to another foreign country that so I can gain citizenship and they can pay for everything. You know, no, Mexico would not allow that, and all these other countries in the world. I mean, America is the only country that allows that. And look, and like you know what kind of shit is that? Like it's not. I mean I don't understand why, like America feels like we have to take care of like you know like America has to take care of like the rest of the world's problems. We got our own problems, okay? Like I mean look, what we need to like clean up our backyard first. We gotta take care of our civilians, not worry about some like bend over backwards for some another country's civilians, okay? When they're not even freaking legal, they're not even civilians, and we're just giving them citizenship just for having a freaking baby and everything. Like, look, and none of the and like you know and they want people to say you know the 14th Amendment gains those illegal citizenship, and I say no, that's not what it is. The 14th Amendment was for you know for the free for was back you know after slavery and after the Civil War and you know after slavery was abolished. That was the 13th Amendment. The 14th Amendment helped you know helped gain the slaves, the freed slaves that were already in this country that had been there for a while, get them citizenship. It's for people who are already in this country, not people like just not foreigners coming in here just to get free stuff and be freeloaders. All right, I'm sorry, that's what you're doing. You're milking the system dry. All right, and no, it's not against. And no, I'm not against. And no, and it's not freaking racist. All right, no, I like do not come at me with that. And no. It's not that I hate Mexicans. It's not just you know Mexicans or Hispanics, even though they just happen to be the majority of illegals. It could be like Canadians, Europeans, African, whatever. I don't care what color you are. If you're an illegal immigrant and you're causing problems, you need to fucking go. All right. Like it's like you know it's like look it's like think of it this way. Let me use this analogy. It's like you know like say someone breaks into your house. You know like an uninvited guest like breaks into your house and steals from you. Like decides to beat your family and everything, like you know, would you allow that? Would you be okay with that? Like you know, it's the same thing that's happening in our country, and like they're like the illegal aliens, like the illegal immigrants, they're like uninvited guests, all right, in your house, all right. Look, you know, if I look, you know, if you're a guest in my house, I say yes, you can come in. I'll allow you in. I welcome you in. These fuckers are basically breaking in here, like being like doing everything they can to get in this country, when we already got enough problems as it is. And it's like, you know what, look, and it's like, you know, and they're just crossing the border and they say, keep, like, no, look, hey, we got our own problems. We can't admit you right now, all right? It's not some race thing. It's because we got problems, okay? This country has got problems. We got to fix our own problems. I know a lot of businesses and corporations like to hire people for cheap labor. You know what? I think there should be penalties for that, all right? I mean, I think Trump and some others have said that, but I fully agree. Look, people. I mean, it's people on both parties. No, Democrats and Republicans are for this. Open border policy. A lot of them, because it's cheap labor. All right. There's a lot of incentives. There's a lot of incentives, you know, for these illegals to come over. All right. I mean, Trump's thought about building a wall, which I don't know could work, but at the same time, it's like two things. I mean, one. We all know if we really need to turn this country into East Berlin. I'm not too sure about the wall. I mean, maybe it could work. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. But another thing is like, if you build a wall, people are gonna still come in. There's gonna be some. If the incentives are here, and there's like a pull factor. There's obviously a pull factor. We need to get rid of the pull factor. I'm sure that country's got problems. There's like a push factor, but you know what? That's that fucking country. All right. Let them deal with it. All right. Right now, we don't have time to deal with another country's problems. Okay, we got our own frickin' problems. All right. We need to like get our shit in order. All right. We're basically we got our economy is down. Our economy is down despite what people say. Like, and now we got people trying to get a job, trying to get a better job, better, and everything. So I think Trump has a way. I think Trump can boost the economy. He's a businessman. He's made business grow. He's hired people. He's created jobs. I think honestly, look, he'd be a better job creator than that fucker Obama. Like and speaking of jobs, Obamacare is a job killer. And Obamacare milks the system dry. The insurance companies get money. Something that Donald Trump has said. And both parties support this, by the way. See, look, here's the thing. Like, why Donald Trump is big? Because he says something nobody else from either party, Democrat or Republican, will say. And a lot of these Republicans, these fake conservatives, these are rhino Republicans that pretty much side with Obama and just they self-proclaim, like a lot of people, Fox News, like I mean, like say like Mark, like well, not just Fox News, but others like that's Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, John Boehner, like Mitch McConnell, all the and Lindsey Graham, all those fuckers who pretty much like they're just as bad as all the Democrats are putting our country down the shitter. So you know what, them bastards need to be fired. Like if Donald Trump, like whenever if he gets in the president becomes, I know he can't do this because that's not how the system works. I would love for him to say, you're fired. I would love for him to say that. I mean, I know doesn't really work like that, but still. But another thing is with another thing, like I think Trump has a lot of good fucking ideas. I mean, hell, there's some things maybe a few Democrats might like. He talks about Social Security, not like he's talking about saving Social Security by creating, by how you would. Well, I'm not sure how you would do that, but one thing is how you save Social Security, create jobs and bring jobs back into this country, not outsource or give other jobs to foreigners. All right. So we need to take care of our country, the people who are already here, and no, it's not racist, it's not bigoted, it's just the frickin' truth, okay? If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's just like Trump, If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You know what? Can't help you there. I mean, he just tells it like this. I mean, hey, ask anyone who's been on the receiving end of this. I mean, like Megyn Kelly, that. I honestly can't stand Megyn Kelly for my own reasons. I mean, I'm glad kind of Trump served her and still is. I mean Trump, he's just calling people out. He just says cut through the bullshit, cut through the PC bullshit. Like he's just like, I mean, there's a whole list. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, of course, like I mean Trump, like he's also talked about when with this recent shooting that happened, like he's talking about mental illness. That's the problem. He talks common sense stuff. All right, he talks my lingo. Okay, like basically I'd agree with maybe 90 or 95% of what he says. All right, I mean there's a few he talked about having like a universal healthcare or something, universal healthcare or something like that, which I'm not really in favor of that. But aside from that, look, and like I said, if there's any candidate who talks about, maybe I'll give him the time. I mean, I liked Rand Paul for a while, and I still do. I'm still a huge fan of his. But if he talked more like Donald Trump and got more bold, then maybe I might be able to back him, have a little more confidence in him. But here, Donald Trump, he's the guy for the job. If anybody wants to debate, wants to say something, I'm willing to hear it. And have good constructive with your response. All right, look, and everything. I'm sure some people are gonna feel some kind of way about this. I mean, I know some people think it's crazy to have Donald Trump, but I mean, I thought it was too. But Trump is what we need. Make America great again. Go Trump. So the Teflon Don. The Teflon Don Trump. So that's what Donald. That's what I'm saying. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there. Trump for president. Trump 2016. I'm out.